South Africa's third-place finish in last year's World Cup marked the end for a golden generation of players. It was a fitting farewell.
Now Berger muscling his way to the line and over. Stand down. Slips it away to Billy De Bruyne, and De Bruyne for the try. Billy De Bruyne, a classic scrum half try.
Having played a leading role in that side, few men understand better the challenges facing the Springboks than World Cup winning captain John Smit.
We've had a very experienced Springbok team for almost a decade now, and I think it is time that this new generation comes in. I think it's almost an expectation that they want to take the responsibility. It might have a few wobbles in the first year or so, but I think that they've had enough experience finishing off with the likes of Victor, Fourie, Skulk, Jean de Villiers. They've learned so many lessons already in the last 2 years that I think that will follow on. We've got an exciting centre pairing which we never thought we'd have a year ago. We've got a second row pairing who've come through unbelievably well, to put so much pressure on that the legend of Victor Matfield, was struggling to make the starting lineup. So there's front rows, there's just a huge amount coming through. And I guess that's the exciting part. I guess 40% of the starting lineup drops off through retirement and through finishing for the Springboks. And what comes next, I guess, is the exciting part and how those guys form sort of a team together that can become an unbeatable force. They need to start being able to beat the All Blacks more regularly, and they haven't done that enough. We've played the All Blacks 8 times in the last 4 years, and we've only won once, and that's just not good enough from a South African point of view. For us to be able to change that is to really identify who our top 25 players are, identify who the core group of leaders are, stick with them and give them a consistent environment so that they have the familiarity and the trust within that environment to continue to push the boundaries, get a little bit more creative in terms of how they play the game and understand the risk versus reward. Sometimes our biggest challenge is to try and, is to harness all their talents and make sure we get the best of it to come through for the Springboks. Our problem's never been about looking for players. It really has been about selecting the right ones and coaching them in the right manner.